Hey everyone, this Alicia Cummings on my joyous journey. How y'all doing today? I just wanted to get on here really quick and talk to you about a little something called the importance of taking care of your mental health. Okay. Um, First one, you know, you can do these type of things by making uh a number of things. First, I put making sure that you get plenty of rest, at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep, um, possibly even more, you know, because sometimes some people they don't sleep like maybe 5 hours. That's been at times when, recently I've had when I wasn't getting enough sleep. I try to at least get 5 hours of sleep, at night. Um, and it helps, but you need more. So I just recently started getting more rest. I have a special needs daughter, and and she tends to have times where she's up all night long, all day, sometimes for like 2, 3, and maybe even 4 days. Anyway, taking your meds, as you are prescribed, you know, um, it's important to take your meds, until the doctor decides to do something different, like take you off, or you may have to be on for a long period of time. And, let the medicine work. So, you don't have to, like, don't skip, if it's within your will to not skip your medicine or to stop taking it because you're feeling better, because it can make you decompensate and spiral like that. It is very, very fast. Um, yeah. So, and another way to take care of yourself, your mental health, is to exercise. I know some people don't like to exercise. They like to just eat, and don't do anything that can help them maintain a healthy weight and to keep their mind steady and clear. Um, Exercise by, walking or, something not as strenuous. You can walk up 10 minutes starting out and then walk back 10 minutes. That's 20 minutes. It takes 20 minutes before it starts a fat burn, burning fat. Um, when you, or excuse me, I'm kind of nervous right now. I just hear a lot of noise that wasn't even, it was just quiet as a church mouse for the longest time. And it seems like, people like to make a lot of noise, but it's okay. Anyway, yeah, so you take a walk. You can go to the park and just walk and, look at the beautiful trees and the flowers and things that are blooming in spring. Thank goodness spring is here, but it feels colder than I don't know what. That's why I didn't go on my walk today. Or yesterday. I didn't go on my walk yesterday or today because of how cold it was today. But I will be soon, so y'all get ready to walk with me, you know. um, yeah, so exercising, going to the gym, working out, going swimming, things like that. Anything that's not strenuous, playing basketball, or something. Just anything to get a little bit of exercise in to get your heart pumping and, clearing your mind, making it clear. You can also like take yoga or Tai Chi to relieve a lot of your stress. You know, and like no a major one, and another one is eating healthy. Try to eat as healthy as possible. I know sometimes we like fried foods, donuts, cakes, cookies, and things like that. There's a limit on it. You should give yourself a treat here and there. You know, maybe once or twice a week. Or just wean yourself down to just one or two. In a week. I think I just said that, but you know, um, watching what you eat, your portion sizes, making sure you have smaller portion sizes and everything, situated on your plate. The largest side on one side should green leafy vegetables or vegetables to take up half of your plate. Your protein and I think it's your carb or something like that. I can't remember which one. Like maybe a piece of chicken, some rice, or some sort of like a little macaroni and cheese or something like that. Um, and one other thing I have on there, which is my last one, is to go to counseling. Everybody needs a counselor. Everybody can benefit from having a counselor, a therapist, a mental health therapist. Is a wonderful way to break traumas, and that's in order to heal. Sometimes we have to keep going in these same cycles. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Uh, that's the definition of insanity. So you want to, take the time out to address to your case manager or someone that you could talk to tell you want therapy, or you can find a therapist if you have, insurance, and they even have like special co-pays for, if you don't have insurance, that maybe you could pay a small amount at a time to have a therapist. Everybody needs them. You talk to them on a video sometimes nowadays, or text them and things like that. Just remember that's a part of your healthy mental health. Well, I want to get off here. I've been on here too long. I hope you enjoyed my video. Could you please like my video if you enjoyed my video about just tips on how to be healthy mentally, And once when you are healthy mentally, everything comes into play. Everything comes to the forefront. It comes together. Your physical, your spiritual, your having a spiritual health. Your spiritual health is important. Who your higher power, who you serve, and things like that. Not necessarily who you serve, but how we worship the Lord and everything. Some people do, but I know I do. So I can say that for myself. So don't take that out on me. I'm talking about myself and other people. But whoever your higher power is, and you worship them, and spend the time, in your word and things like that. I mean, the Bible, and that is if you choose to. If it's not, it's not my business. I apologize for even saying anything, but I just wanted to bring that up because that's a power play that plays a very major part in your mental health. Knowing your higher power and serving. I serve the Lord. So God. Um, Yeah, Jesus is my Lord and Savior. So, um, I hope I was able to say that, but I'm just keeping it real. If not, then I'll just make another video and I apologize for anybody that may be offended. But y'all take care and have a wonderful day.